bullets may fly round, but I lay down. I feel safe and sound on solid ground. How can I lay down, 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 down?
Face up, daddy told me face up, face up, face up. Wifey told me face up, coach just told me lace up. Dodging shots and lasers, cut through valley swinging, how machete sharp as razors. My lane today, try not to complain today. All that pride and shine today, I take off no plane delay. Life get messy, hit it with that hezzy,
Offered by Father Damien.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this athletic event, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Bless all who have gathered for this game, students, parents, and visitors. Inspire all to have a true spirit of sportsmanship and a value for others. In all of us, may we have a Christ-like attitude. Let us also remember those men and women in uniform of our nation who daily protect us from terrorism and harm within our own country, and who keep safe the victims of international war and violence. We pray that the Lord will guard them in the palm of his hand and return them safely to their families and homes. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. St. John DeMatha, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, Holy Spirit, amen.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
Ryken Knights. The Knights are coached by Jamal Holland. Number 1, Elijah Miller. Number 2, Isaiah Buffett. Number 10, Gavin Cole. Number 15, Noah Johnson. Number 25, Derek Robinson. Once again, they are coached by Jamal Holland. Now, let's meet and greet the starting lineup for your DeMatha staff. Number 1, Christian Proctor. Number 3, Mr. Ace Meeks. Number 5, Cole Bowser. Number 11, Abe Sebastian. And number 15, Mr. Charles Thomas III. The head coach of your DeMatha staff, Mr. Mike G. Jones III.
And welcome in to DM Stags TV here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon in the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium. I'm Cory Puffett, joined today by Shaka Dickerson, class of 2003, our Dean of Students. Welcome into the booth, Shaka.
Thank you for having me. Let me get this out the way. I haven't been this nervous for something since I talked to the students right after COVID. Like, this is fun. I'm excited. Let's go.
Nothing to be nervous about here. It's an exciting day here. We got some WCAC basketball as the DeMatha Stags get set to take on the St. Mary's Ryken Knights. Should be a fun game. Before we get to tip-off, just quickly want to shout out my wife, Rashonda, and our 5-month-old daughter, Riley May, at home.
Hey.
Any shout-outs for you today?
Oh, I was just saying I love it. That's pretty good. Shout out to family. Shout out to my wife, Adriana, and my 2 kids, Nazarene and Hashim, playing at the park right now.
Oh, nice. It's a beautiful day for it. We went out for a little bit of a walk earlier this afternoon.
Yeah.
The wind was starting to pick up toward the end. I got a little cold, but before that, the sun was shining. And
Oh, yeah, beautiful. And that reminds me, Happy Lunar New Year's to anybody who celebrates it.
there you go. Opening tip to the Stags. We got our starting lineups for today. Cade Sebastian back in the lineup for the Stags. Got clear
That's a
this
big
past
deal.
week, which is huge.
Yes.
It's going to be big for Ace to have a little bit of help after the big game that he had earlier this week. DeMatha running on some tired legs, too. This is our 5th game in 7 days.
Good pass. Good pass.
Open look for Charles Thomas in the corner. A little strong, trying to chase down the rebound, but Ryken is going to secure it.
But it's still a good shot. You want to see ball movement, a lot of motion.
Absolutely. Ryken going to work it around the outside. Gavin Holden passes it off to Elijah Miller. Had to stretch for that one, but managed to pull it in. Sebastian with the tight defense. Isaiah Carpenter, shot clock down to 5. And he's going to step through, take
Great
a shot.
defense. Great defense.
And nice job there by Charles Thomas to box out, and Cade Sebastian tracks down the rebound. Ashton Meeks gives it off to Cole Bowser.
Good motion. Good motion.
Good
And
entry
one.
pass, and Cade Sebastian through the contact, gets it off the glass, and he'll go to the line.
Now, see, that's the great thing about this team. I think we're way more talented than they themselves give themselves credit for. When the ball is moving and there's a lot of motion, they tend to do well, and that's proof and an example of that.
No doubt.
I also like Cade being the aggressor. He's looking to make up for lost time.
He's lost a lot of time. I'm glad to have him back in the lineup. Missed that 3-point play opportunity. Still, Stags lead 2-0, and DeMatha going to go full court here on defense. Sebastian back and forth. This is Derek
There
Robinson.
you go,
Sebastian, quick hands,
Good pass.
gives it off to Charles Thomas. Looked like Derek Robinson was trying to take the charge, never hit the deck though.
He thought twice about it.
Good save on the sideline there. That was
Stick
Gavin
with it,
Holt.
stick with it.
Yep.
There you go.
And right there, Gavin Hold'em saved the possession for Ryken, but then the turnover on the backcourt violation.
So it's also good to see them pressing. That gives people energy to start the game off. It speeds up the other team. And with the length of this team, with their hands up, they can D up anybody.
Yep. So Stags off the inbound.
Ooh.
Bowser open look from deep, no good. Straight on
There
look,
you
but
go.
Charles
Ah.
Thomas rebound. Try to go up and over with the pass. Good job in the lane by the defense.
Good trap.
And they're going to say out of bounds. Stepped on the line, turnover to the Stags. Caden Walton in the game, giving Cade Sebastian a break. Sebastian played last night, his first game back, limited minutes against Archbishop Carroll. So we'll see him coming in and out of the game as the Stags look to gradually work him back into the lineup in preparation for a big week coming up Tuesday night right here on DM Stags TV against Bishop O'Connell.
That will be a big game.
Holden gives it off. This is Elijah Miller working on Meeks. Meeks with the tight defense, forcing him to pick it up. And we're going to get a foul by Christian Proctor as he came in on the help and reached in.
And Christian is young, he'll learn this, but the way the defense is playing, there's no need for that foul.
Yeah. So we'll get a timeout here for Ryken, waiting to see. It's a 30-second timeout. Talk to us a little bit about your experience as a student at DeMatha.
Oh, wow, 20 years ago.
Put you on the spot right
Yeah,
away.
Exactly. My experience here, very early on, I was coming from public school, and the amount of work we received my first 2 years is mind-boggling. My mom used to always call me Turtle because of how large my book bag was and all the books and all the homework every day. But I appreciated it. What it did was by the time I got to college, I was blessed enough to go to an Ivy League school, and the academics portion was easy for me. I was used to all the challenges here as a student. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something we hear often. You know, DeMatha definitely prepares you well for the academic side of things in college, and you know, it's something that we pride ourselves on here at DeMatha. Inbound pass to Elijah Miller. It's a 4-0 lead here for the Stags almost 3 minutes into this game. Good defense by Charles Thomas. Didn't let Miller get an open look, and that shot is wide off the backboard. Push-up court. Official was almost in the way on that pass to Sebastian, rather to Walton. Bowser couldn't finish, but we're going to get a foul here by Isaiah Carpenter, the sophomore. And we'll get a couple of free throws here for number 5, Cole Bowser. We're working with a skeleton crew here today on DM Stags TV. No camera operators, so we're just going back and forth. Thank you to our switchboard operator and our producer for their work behind the scenes to make sure that things still run smoothly and we can still get this broadcast going. Danny Abbas checks in here for Charles Thomas.
I'm excited for Danny. I've loved seeing the growth he's shown this year, and as a sophomore, I'm looking to see what he does in the future, but he works so hard. Every time I see him, he's working on something new.
He got a couple of starts with us on our recent broadcasts as we were dealing with a lot of players out today. Jamal McKnight still out off of the injury he suffered last week. Hoping that he'll be back in time for O'Connell, but we'll leave that up to our training staff. And then we've also got Jacob Wallace out today. He's on a college visit once again.
Okay.
Was supposed to be gone for yesterday's Carroll game. Nice job by Meeks there to respond to the three-pointer by Ryken with a nice lay-in on it of his own. Talk about Meeks here in just a moment, as he is right there to intercept that pass. Takes the shot himself. Nice little hesitation move in the lane. Yeah, Wallace was supposed to be out for yesterday's game. Flight got delayed, so he'll miss today's game, but be back in time for O'Connell on Tuesday.
See, I'm loving the energy they're playing with.
That time Miller able to get around his man, finish through the contact by Abbas. No foul called on either side. Referee's gonna let them play.
Keep the ball moving, keep it moving.
Proctor gets it to Meeks, gonna drive in, looking for an outlet. Finds Proctor for 3. Probably just a little tall on that release. Came up a bit short. Now Miller gonna take the open 3 on the other end. That one's short. Rebound to Walton.
Keep pushing. Good pass. Good pass. And one. Good
Great
pass.
find. Danny Abbas driving through the lane, gets the pass from Meeks. Great assist and a chance for a 3-point play.
That's the biggest thing. When the ball is moving, everyone feels the energy of the ball. There's a lot of activity. Great things happen. When folks pound the ball in the corner or start playing hero ball, that's when this team is started to degrade. But when they move the ball around, they're hard to beat.
Jalen Ortiz checks in for the Stags.
Finish.
Along with Solomon Davis, and Abbas has the traditional 3-point play. A 7-point Stags lead here.
Okay.
Carpenter trying to find some space. Not much there, but they are going to call a foul on Solomon Davis, number 22, the big man in the lane.
See, Solomon was doing okay. It's hard for a big man to be out there on an island like that, but he was doing okay until he touched the man with both his hands. He has to trust the process because he actually had decent position.
Foul was called before the shot. We're going to get a substitution here before the inbound as Elijah Miller comes back into the game for Ryken. Ryken inbounding from the baseline. Found Miller, who got a step on Walton. A late whistle, but they are going to get Caden on the foul.
And see, that's when you have to talk as a team on defense. Let him know the back man has to give some help on that, so it's not as easy of a pass on inbound. Yep. That was too easy.
Yeah. Miller's first one rattles around a bit but falls through.
I will say I do love the effort and the energy that Caden plays with. He's like he reminds me of Jerome Williams when he's at Georgetown and in the NBA, just the junkyard dog they call him. Anything you need, he's going to be able to do.
Second free throw, too short. DeMatha had 3 men there. 2 of them hit the deck. Ryken got the rebound, and now Meeks takes possession for the Stags. He's going to get it to Ortiz. Pops the 3.
Jalen. All right, get back.
No good, and Derek Robinson secures it and just keeps his foot in bounds. And that was Kyan Hall, couldn't get it. Kean Hall.
All right.
Meeks slowing it down here, gonna run a set. Ortiz gets to Walton.
Keep it moving.
Not much space allowed for him. And we're gonna get a foul. No good on the shot, got stuck up there. And Walton gonna take a couple of free throws.
I see that was a strong take. He's left-handed. Most people don't know how to defend a left-hander, so it's a good idea. At the same time, there were 2 men that if he passed the ball, there would have been like a hockey assist pass and someone would have been wide open.
Yep.
Still like the aggression, though.
First free throw, no good for Walton. And we got a substitution waiting, so I'm assuming it's for the man shooting. Jaden Smothers on the sideline waiting his turn, get some minutes in. And Walton makes the next one, and we got, Smothers will check in for him. Inbound, Smothers going to help on double team. Some good passing here for Ryken.
There you go,
Good job by Solomon. He gets the block on Braylon Harris. No space for Harrison to get that one up.
Good thought, good thought.
Davis wasn't quite ready for it, and the bounce pass wasn't in a great position for Davis to secure it anyway, but it was a good look. Unfortunate turnover for the Stags.
Get it.
There's Meeks.
Good defense, fellas.
DeMatha, aggressive defense here in this first quarter, holding a 9-point lead. And that was 2 different men, and then stepping on the sideline was Kean Hall, trying to save it, but out of bounds. So DeMatha's press defense forcing some errant passes here early.
See, the beauty of playing this way and getting up a little bit early, it gives the opportunity for other folks who might not normally get minutes to come in the game and prove themselves. So I'm excited to see with Ortiz and Smothers and Solomon what they do with these moments.
So Proctor checks back into the game, giving Ashton Meeks a chance to rest. The other night, right here on Stags TV against Good Counsel, Meeks played the first 25 or so minutes before he finally got a couple minutes off. And again, tired legs for these Stags. There's a good finish there. Pushing the lead up to double digits, and we will get another timeout for St. Mary's Ryken.
It's a great way to start the game. You got to start off with energy, and they've done that. The only critique that I would add is that with all the length that the players have, I would hope that they have their hands up a lot more, seem a lot larger. Because even though this game is starting the way it is, one, you don't want to let off the break, but it's also practice for the next game. And you want to go in there with a lot of momentum, and you want to hit up any section, any tactic. You want to make sure that's down.
We had a historic moment here at DeMatha this past Tuesday when we held the massive installation for the second president of the school. Father Albert was installed as the new president of DeMatha Catholic High School. The mass included various school honors, dignitaries, and various Trinitarian brothers. The entire mass is available to view on our YouTube page at DM Stags TV. And on behalf of all of us here at DM Stags TV, we'd like to congratulate Father Albert on his installation. Music is so loud in my headphones. I'm not used to that. Got all the background noise coming in. All right, so out of that short timeout for Ryken. Stags with a 13-point lead, under 90 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Definitely congratulations to Father Al.
Yes.
He's been here for a long time.
We had some faculty meetings yesterday. We can talk a little bit about what we're seeing here is Danny Abbas tipped that one out of bounds.
They're sticking with the trapping. There you go. Hands up. There you go, Solomon.
Intercepted by Solomon Davis. Right place, right time. Gives it off to Proctor, who's going to drive in himself. Nice job there. I think that was Kean Hall, number 3, who got his hand on it as Proctor went to the rim. And now Holden working against Smothers. Drives in. He got the step. Had to put it way up there. And nothing doing for Ryken.
And that's what I'm saying with the length. Smothers is probably, what, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
He's got long arms, though.
And with those long arms,
yeah.
he makes up a lot of space.
Michael Driscoll checking into the game for the Stags here.
Right. And see, the thing is, what I'm hoping, good ball moving, good ball moving. There you go.
There's Driscoll for 3.
It's a good shot, though.
Ball
good
bounces
hustle,
around,
Solomon.
and there's Solomon Davis. Kept his eyes on the ball. Proctor gives it to Abbas for 3 in the corner, the big man.
See, with the ball movement, wide open shots. Keep it going. Good
Proctor
hustle, good hustle.
almost got there. They got to hurry and get it across the midcourt line. They do. This is Braylon Harper, gives it off in the corner, and there's Kean Hall with the 3 in response.
And that's good ball movement on St. Mary's part.
Shot clock off, 6 seconds in the quarter. Driscoll got to give it up or take the shot,
pass.
gives it
Good
to
pass.
Abbas. Just a little short, and there is the horn. It's a 20-9 lead for the Stags after 1.
And see, even though 20-9 is a great start, I know Coach Jones and the rest of the coaches, they're really competitors. So they're thinking they shouldn't even have 9 points right now.
I was talking to the PA announcer before the game. He was calling Ryken's game at St. John's yesterday. I think he said the score there was 29-4 after the first quarter.
Ouch.
So Ryken working a little bit harder today, I think, trying to make up for that effort last night. But a 20-9 lead for the Stags here after 1. The Hockey Stags will take on St. John's in a WCAC League game at 4 p.m. on Monday at 4 p.m. there twice there, Mr. Gill. Got to give our producer a little bit of grief. But come on, cheer us to victory. Are we still thinking about broadcasting that or nah? We don't have enough kids signed up. Yeah, that's the problem. It's tough when you don't have the kids to sign up to go and work the games, and it's always difficult when it's off campus.
Yeah.
So,
we have to find some extra credit or something.
Yeah, we were hoping to be able to broadcast
Free
that one to
Chipotle.
you all, but we'll try and find another hockey game. Hockey is always difficult. We love broadcasting those games. It's such a fun atmosphere, and it's a good sport for broadcast.
Yeah. Very fast-paced.
Yes, yeah, it's tough, especially when we already have so many basketball games. A lot of the kids are really banking on getting their points from that.
Now, is this hockey game at St. John's area?
No, so this is at the Ice
Fairland?
Gardens in
Fairland,
Lowell,
okay.
yeah, at Fairland. Yeah, fun atmosphere.
Yeah, I love going to the games.
Ryken ball here. Braylon Harper takes the inbound and gives it off to Bryce Williams, the freshman.
Jordan Stevens is getting some time now.
Yeah. Also got Cade Sebastian back into the game to start the second quarter. And with Cole Bowser draped all over him, no continuation in high school basketball. So no bucket for Braylon Harrison, but he will go to the line to shoot 2.
He did give it to him.
Oh, they did?
I don't see how, since both feet were still on the ground,
Right.
he called the foul.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. That is a very interesting call. I actually don't think that should be allowed in the NBA either. I mean, His feet were on the
I
ground.
hate continuation.
Oh, man.
Don't even get me started.
I always tell the students, remember that's entertainment. It's not the truest form of the game. High school basketball is the truest form of the game.
So it is a three-point play for Braylon Harrison.
It was a good pump fake. Good move on his
Oh,
part.
yeah,
So
no doubt.
he earned it.
No, yeah, and no qualms with the foul itself. Triple team here for Meeks.
Right.
Tried to dish it out of there to Bowser, but nice job by Bryce Williams to anticipate the pass, the only freshman on this Ryken varsity team.
It was definitely good strategy on them. They changed their defense up.
Meeks with the rebound there, but will give an assist to Cade Sebastian. That time they waved off the foul.
Now
And that one
actually
felt
looked
like
it.
more in the act of shooting
Exactly.
to me. And I'm fine with that not being continuation. I'm fine with them waving off the shot and calling the foul on the floor, but be consistent.
That's all you ask, right?
Yeah.
So everyone knows how they're going to play the game.
So Staz will take this one on the baseline. Sebastian's going to inbound it.
All right, they're changing their defense up again to more man-to-man.
Bowser, a couple shot fake, pass fake.
All right, they're
They're
back
going to
in
move it
their
around.
zone.
Sebastian for three. No good, and going way up for it. Bowser took a hard stumble onto his shoulder, and DeMatha down a couple men on defense. But trailing the play, Charles Thomas got there in time for the rebound. Behind the back, Meeks, nice dish to Sebastian, not quite there. Sebastian will volley it out.
Good pass, Charles.
Meeks no good from three.
Tough shot.
And that's going to be a jump ball. Bowser did a good job. He saw the ball on his shoulder and got his hand in there to wrestle it from Braylon Harrison and force the jump ball. Get a couple of subs for Ryken. This is Elijah Miller checking back into the game along with Noah Johnson. Thomas gives
Good
out to
screen.
Sebastian. Another chance
And
for
one,
three.
yep.
And he's got it.
Looked like number one got frustrated with the screen and decided to push Cole.
Yep.
And one thing that I love about Coach Jones, and I was talking to someone on the adversary side when we were playing this past week, are the sets that they run and the different plays. Most times there's always at least someone open. It's just if the students are going to find them, the players are going to find them and execute like they want them to. But that was just proof of that. Cade wide open.
Yep. So we count the three for Cade, and the Stags are getting the ball on the baseline because the foul was not on defending Cade Sebastian. It was pushing the screener.
Good pass.
And so DeMatha will get a chance for a essentially 5 or even 6 point possession here. It's going to be 5 as Meeks with a tough finish. That was something we saw a lot of on Wednesday night against Good Counsel here on DM Stags TV when Meeks just took over the game, scored like 36, 38 points. A lot of it on really tough finishes in the lane, just getting the right English on those layups off the backboard. He was incredible.
Yeah, he earned each of those 36, 38.
Oh, yeah.
I happened to be sitting with one of the folks who used to play here at DeMatha with me on one of the teams. But he was on the Good Counsel side. The guys he worked out were on there. But even he was, they were just shaking their heads at what Ace was doing.
Dangerously close to a backcourt violation there. Question of where Bryce Williams actually caught that ball.
That definitely was.
They gave it to him.
That definitely was a kill.
But they will convert the 2-pointer there. And Meeks, another tough finish from even further away, but just got it off the backboard. He knows those angles.
Very much so. He's a deft shooter. Ace is funny because he can shoot so well. Sometimes you're like, Ace, oh, good shot, good shot, good shot.
I hope it's translating into his geometry homeworks, you know? Might be studying those angles, and he's like, oh, I can apply this to basketball, and it's working.
Ball is life, as they say.
Yeah.
Ball is life. As on the court in the classroom, as in the classroom on the court.
Meeks will inbound here, trying to get to Walton. He does. Gives it right back.
Okay.
Wasn't quite ready for it, but he got to Charles Thomas.
A little too close.
Yeah, and Bowser couldn't get the rebound. Ooh, nice move to step around Caden Walton and that's going to make it a defensive foul. Couldn't finish at the rim, though, and so Derek Robinson will shoot 2 from the free throw line.
Interesting enough, I think if Caden doesn't fall there, the ref doesn't call it.
Probably not, honestly.
Yeah. Because he was there, but the guy purposely,
Right, stepped around him, which is exactly what you're supposed to do in that situation. You go through him, it's an offensive foul. He got his feet set, he was there. But once he steps around, if it's obvious that there was contact, then it's going to be a defensive foul. And when you fall, makes it pretty obvious.
Yeah. Still love the fact that he would take it.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can count on for him.
He's an aggressive defender. Love watching him play on the defensive side of the ball. No good there.
Good push. He's open in the middle. Okay.
Running along the sideline, Walton gets it out of his hands before stepping on the sideline. Found Christian Proctor on the other side of the court, and now Meeks is going to reset it here halfway through the shot clock.
They've moved to a 3-2 or 1-2-2 zone.
High pass, Proctor somehow gets it to Abbas, and now Walton for 3. Proctor there for the rebound, and got the putback.
I do like the way the coach is changing the defense on the St. Mary's side, and it seems to be giving a little issue to DeMatha.
DeMatha managed to finish well there. Abbas just a nonchalant block there as Bryce Williams had to let that go with his feet still on the floor. Good reaction there for Abbas. Somebody on the sideline needs to keep that ball secured. Fortunately, during a stoppage in play.
Help out.
Robinson way too high for a wide open Braylon Harper in the corner.
Now see, these are a perfect example of when folks are going one-on-one too much. The last 3 plays, I think, on St. Mary's side, when they were moving the ball around, they were getting wide open shots, even though they were missing them.
Yep.
But you always want wide open shots versus contested ones.
So what should have been a turnover by Ryken ends up staying with them because of a foul called on Caden Walton, and that's already his third personal foul. So he's going to have to sit for a little while. That's the downside when you're as aggressive as he is on defense. It's great when you can stay out of foul trouble, but when you can't, you got to take that seat early.
That's one of the things he has to learn, is how to find that balance, because he picks up fouls like candy.
A big 3-pointer there for Ryken. Makes this a 12-point game. And then on defense, they get the takeaway and a chance to cut into this lead a little bit more. Open look for 3. Derek Robinson just short and dribbled along both sides of the rim. Abbas got the rebound, and Meeks for 3, no good.
Good hustle, Driscoll.
Yep. Mike Driscoll gets in there, and now fighting for it on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball, or are we going to have a foul? Let's see what the official says.
Now sometimes they call games like this trap games because people will get up early and then they'll start letting go.
Yep.
And then if you keep a team around close enough, they start believing. There you go. So we're back at the press. Got to keep the energy, got to keep the pressure on them.
Yep, we saw that in the first quarter. It was pretty effective for the Stags. This time, a nice job by Ryken to work against it and get into the half court. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it off to Miller. Elijah Miller, no good. That was going to be a tough make. And nice job by Meeks. Just splits the defenders, and then nobody's home to defend the basket.
There was literally no one. They were looking at each other to try and figure out who was supposed to be there.
That's the one where you start to get nervous that he might be too open. Stepping through, able to get the ball back is Bryce Williams. Freshman playing pretty good basketball for Ryken here. Miller and Driscoll right there takes the charge, and it's Stags ball.
Good job, Mike. I was wondering who was going to get a charge other than Caden. It's good.
So Jalen Ortiz and Charles Thomas will come back into the game. Give Cole and Mike a chance to rest. (31-17) the score. We are under 3 minutes to play in the first half.
So that they're back into this elevated 1-2-2.
Ortiz, no good off the back iron.
Attack. Got to get back on defense. Got to get back on defense.
Freshman gives it off to Miller. Back to Bryce Williams.
Oh, good
Williams
pass.
finds
Good
a man
pass.
inside. Braylon Harper finishes at the rim.
Very good pass. Wonder whose man that was on defense. Pass it up.
Good job by Meeks to dribble out of the danger there.
Cut
Got it
Charles,
away.
Cut Charles. Cut. Now the middle is wide open again. That's the thing about a zone. If you get it to the middle, good pass, Danny.
Thomas couldn't secure the pass. It was a good look for Danny Abbas.
Nah, that's a good pass.
Puts his hand to his chest, but I don't think that one was on Danny.
Yeah, he just missed it. Charles just missed it.
Yep.
Just from the ball. But that's the thing about a zone. If you can get the ball into the middle, then it's kind of like a house of cards. It just kind of falls out there.
Yep.
There you
Nice
go,
step
Danny.
back there for Isaiah Carpenter, but Danny is right on him.
You got to fight through that screen.
Bryce Williams finds a man. Good ball
Good
movement.
rotation.
Open look, but no good by Isaiah Carpenter. Secured by Harper. And then he misses it, trying to get his own rebound, but Abbas is going to come out of the crowd with that one. Meeks drives in.
That looked like a foul right there.
Braylon Harper was in his way, and I think the issue was that Meeks kind of hesitated. He didn't just go through the contact, and that's probably why the official didn't call it. Open look. Harper no good. Abbas gets it behind the back to Meeks.
Oh.
Ace will give it off to Ortiz. Back to Meeks, cutting in, looking for a man. Proctor
Good
able
catch.
to undercut the defender and finish at the rim. Williams was right there. I don't know how Proctor got it, but
That was a tough pass and catch. The catch move.
that's the receiver attacking the ball. That's
Yeah.
why you don't wait on it. You don't want to let the defense cut under it.
Exactly.
That is the freshman, Bryce Williams, for
Keep pushing
three.
the cut.
A little under 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Coming up on the end of the first half. That one tipped away, and
Okay.
how is that not out of bounds?
Not sure.
I understand it hit off the official, but if the official isn't there, it's out of bounds.
Thankfully, I think he missed the layup. So.
Well, I think was there a whistle too? He blew the whistle before he got to the rim.
Oh, he said he stepped out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But there's been a couple of moments right now in this game.
Oh, boy. Shot clock is off, under 20 seconds in the half. Ortiz has it at the top of the key.
Someone needs to come up and join him so he has an outlet to pass to.
He's going to give it to Proctor. And now we're down to 5 seconds as Meeks.
Travel.
They call it travel, but the defender had his hand on the ball.
Yeah. It's a tough angle for the ref to call.
Yeah.
I understood why he called it, but
So 4 seconds here for Ryken to try and get this one last shot off. Could make it a 10-point game if they can get it to fall.
hands up, hands up.
He's going to drive into the lane, blocked away by Danny Abbas. And that'll do it for the first half. Stags up by 13, 35-22.
So far, that defensive pressure has been helping out a lot. And when we move the ball, we get open shots. A lot of aggression by Ace, which is good. I think we can do better defensively, be honest with you, though. Players are getting a little tired, so you see them grabbing and holding. We've been lucky that we haven't been getting those calls yet.
Yeah.
But if we have our hands up, we keep increasing the rotation with players, keeping them fresh, and moving the ball on offense. I think this should be, I don't want to say an easy win. I don't want to sound disrespectful at all, but I think they should win handily.
Yeah.
But right now, 13 points is not what you want.
No. So neither team in particularly bad foul trouble. Only player for the Stags in foul trouble is Caden Walton with those 3 personals. We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back in a little over 9 minutes on DM Stags TV for second half action as we got it flipped.
The sun never sets at DeMatha Catholic High School. DeMatha graduates serve with distinction in every area of life and on every continent. Wherever you may travel on this planet, if you are wearing DeMatha apparel, you will be asked if you're from that famed high school in Maryland. The 6 pillars of DeMatha are faith, community, service, academics, arts, and athletics. The school is one of the most diverse in the country, and its 10,000 graduates have gone on to excel in a wide array of disciplines. DeMatha students know how to cooperate and compete in an ever-changing world. Its graduates are not just prepared for college, but for life with an education both timely and timeless. There is no other place like it. I should know. I'm James Brown, class of 1969, 1 DeMatha.
bullets may fly round, but I lay down. I feel safe and sound on solid ground. How can I lay down, 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 down?
Face up, daddy told me face up, face up, face up. Wifey told me face up, coach just told me lace up. Dodging shots and lace ups, cut through Valley swinging, how machete sharp as razors. My lane today, try not to complain today. All that pride and shine today, I take off no plane delay. Life get messy, hit it with that hezzy,
And we are back for second half action here at the Morgan and Kathy Wooten Gymnasium on DeMatha Catholic High School's campus. Cory Puffett and Shaka Dickerson here.
Hey.
As we get set for DeMatha to retake the court against St. Mary's Ryken. It's a 13-point lead heading into the third quarter. Cade Sebastian on the sideline waiting for the officials to get us underway.
Yeah, DeMatha has to keep the pressure, that defensive pressure they had, and keep the ball moving on offense. They have really good sets. There you go. Get the ball in the middle.
That one went right through the lane. Thought Derek Robinson might have gotten a hand on it, but Charles Thomas may have as well.
But even still, with that turnover, it's just because he missed the ball. But he would have had a wide open layup.
Yep.
They just got to keep trusting the process.
I think Sebastian poked that one away. Meeks was there. Couldn't quite finish.
Get back, get back, get back.
And Ryken able to get through the double team to start the fast break. DeMatha there to stop it. And now Ryken going to get it outside and reset the play. Williams gives it off to Miller. Proctor right on him, and now here's Harper. Braylon Harper no good. Meeks goes up for the rebound.
Oh,
Meeks.
There you go. Good catch, Christian. Yeah,
Nice
just a little bit
Proctor.
too fancy right there.
Sebastian for three. No good. Not a bad look, though.
Get back on defense, get back on defense. Not a bad look at all.
Williams just able to tip that to his teammate, Isaiah Carpenter, and then
Nice
underneath the
tip to
basket,
himself.
Derek Robinson finishes.
That last shot wasn't a bad shot. The thing is, against the zone, they're getting wide open shots. When they get it in the middle, they can always get a better shot. There you go. Get in the middle.
There's Bowser. Ooh, rimmed out.
We're getting good shots. We just got to convert.
Maybe a little bit of help on the bounce off the rim.
Hands up. With all that length, we just got to have the hands up, be larger than we are.
Harper had a little bit of an opening, but not in a position to shoot, so he gives it away. And there's Cade Sebastian just hitting that ball right out of Miller's hands. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Ryken. Thomas takes a break. That'll bring Danny Abbas back into the game.
Got lucky on that one. It looked like someone hit the ball in the face, but we'll take it. Good talking.
Trying to find a man, and
5-second call.
Yep.
Great defense.
Yeah, that was a really good job there. Christian Proctor was able to track down his man. Derek Robinson was coming open underneath the bucket, but Proctor stepped in front, closed down the passing lane.
And that is another example of the length. Cole there with his arms, almost 7-footer when he puts his arm out like that. And because he had a man open in the lane, and it was hard for him to see. Keep the ball moving, keep the ball moving. Ball moves faster than the man.
Meeks gives it back to Proctor.
Right there.
Back to Meeks, deep three. No good. Cade Sebastian able to come up with the ball and then fouled as he went back up with it. He'll go to the line. Foul is charged to Derek Robinson.
See, I would have loved to have a telestrator right now to go back on that last play, because it was an open shot for Ace, and that for him that's a good shot because he can shoot. But if he had passed it right there in the middle of the den, there was nobody behind him. Now would he have converted? I think so. He would have had a good shot at it. But that's where getting the ball in the middle in the zone.
Give us a few years, maybe we'll have that telestrator and some replay capabilities.
Hope the board is listening.
Definitely something we want. Just takes some time and money and some training to really learn how to use those things to their full potential.
Now, what I just saw right there was technically illegal. Can't be out of bounds and hand the ball to the guy who then goes out of bounds.
Right. Okay. And that off the foot of Elijah Miller, out of bounds. Caden Walton getting his first action since about 5 minutes left in the first half when he left with 3 fouls.
It's still 5 fouls in high school, right?
Yes.
Okay. He definitely has to be mindful of that.
Yeah, one thing they did change going into last season was the team fouls. There's no more 1-and-1 at 5 fouls, or rather 7 fouls. And then double bonus at 10. It's just double bonus, 2 free throws once you hit 5 fouls for the team in the quarter.
See, I don't like that. I was talking about that last week. I really don't like that.
I kind of likes the 1-and-1.
Yeah, I love the 1-and-1. I think the NBA actually needed to get the 1-and-1 back because it adds pressure to the moment.
Yeah.
And it's good for the players to go through. You know?
And there's a benefit, if you're the team who's losing early but you haven't fouled that much, you have those couple fouls to give. You can get to that 1-and-1 first, and you can be rewarded for staying out of foul trouble.
Exactly.
Increase your chances of getting back into the game.
It can be a strategic advantage, depending on the coaching and how you use it. And also put more pressure on free throws, right?
Yeah.
That was something you had to practice because you never knew if you were going to end up in that situation.
Yep.
Did they ever come out with a reasoning on why they got rid of that?
Not that I've seen. I imagine it's really just, I would say consistency to an extent with the NBA. I mean, college does its own thing. Nice block there by Caden Walton.
Good hustle back. He came from half court to do that.
Here comes Cole Bowser, going to go coast to coast.
There you go. Now that is a nice transition. That is a nice transition. That goes on the whole team highlight reel.
Oh, yeah.
Hustle back for a block. Return full court for a dunk.
And on the other end, nice finish by Braylon Harrison under the basket.
Good ball movement. Good pass.
Meeks to Walton.
All right.
That one poked away. Walton able to get it back. And now Christian Proctor for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Walton tracks it down. Proctor another chance as he drives into the lane. Gives it off to Meeks. Plenty of time on the shot clock with the tough reverse by Meeks, no good. Fighting for it under the basket, and Ryken comes away with it.
See, so on our end, we want to make sure that we're controlling the pace. And although we have St. Mary's going helter-skelter, we don't want to join them, you know?
Proctor couldn't quite get there against Elijah Miller, but
block,
Danny Abbas is there. Clean block out of bounds. It'll stay with Ryken. But yeah, college does its own thing. They like to be weird with the halves so that they can have that extra media timeout.
Right.
They still have the 1-and-1, which, that's one thing I do like more about college ball.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Men's college basketball is the only form of basketball that plays halves instead of quarters, and I wish they would just switch it up. Nice block there by Proctor.
That
they're going to call a foul instead on the follow-through. Yep.
Yeah. He was fine at first, and then it hit him in the head afterwards. But I'm with you. When I came back to DeMatha, I hadn't really paid attention to high school basketball like that. And when I came back, I saw the shot clock, right? They took away the 5-second rule when the guy couldn't dribble.
Yep.
It's like, oh, man, I really wish I played in this era of basketball. It's great for a guard. It's amazing for a guard, but a lot of changes.
Talk a little bit about your time playing basketball here at DeMatha.
It was very interesting. Very interesting. I know if Coach Murphy is listening, he's probably laughing right now too. But we had a lot of ups. My senior year was a couple of downs. Oh, great pass. Woo! Great pass, Christian. Great pass. Good vision right there. We did well, though. I mean, we won a couple of city titles, and a lot of up and downs, a lot of learned lessons. But
Robinson hit the deck, wanted a foul, nothing called.
Good defense, good defense.
Yep, forced his man to pick up the dribble. Isaiah Miller tried to get it off, and we're going to get a foul.
One thing I will say about my experience as a player is when they were recruiting me, they told me in 8th grade, listen, we won't promise you a position, we can't promise you anything, but we can promise you an opportunity to compete. And for any athlete, competition is where, what it is. And this was, and probably still is, one of the greatest high schools in the country for competition. The best talent in the area comes here in every grade level. And in practice most times, especially on varsity, that's where we played our hardest games.
Derek Robinson nails that three. Makes it 42-31. Stags, it's taken away from Meeks, is poked away, taken.
Good hustle back, good hustle back. Slow it down.
Braylon Harrison, but it's turned over on the other end. And now Meeks through contact, no call. Everybody hitting the deck.
Ref. That's dangerous,
and there's
ref.
Cole Bowser. He came down on his elbow. He's favoring it, and we got a foul on the other end. Bass was just called for his first personal. Looks like he's going to get charged with his second here.
I know how this sounds, but that last play down on offense, I wish they called something, whether it was a charge or a block, mainly to stop what just happened.
Yeah, where Cole then tumbles over it, came down hard, and I think that's what he's asking about right now. He's like, why was there no call on that side? That's why fouls are in the game, is for player safety.
Yeah. And like you said,
you don't call it. It opens it up for dangerous situations to come up.
If you're going to call it one way, we just want to make sure there's consistency, so everyone knows what it is.
So Isaiah Carpenter's first free throw, short off the front iron. Fortunately, Bowser back on his feet and seems to be okay. He's not grabbing at his elbow or anything, boxing out. Second free throw good for Carpenter, and Driscoll is going to let Bowser take a break.
Still only up 10. That's definitely too close. You don't want to keep a team like this close, because they were getting a lot of open threes. They were just missing them. If those threes start falling, then DeMatha's in trouble.
Proctor trying to get to Walton, but his man was in the way. No kickball violation, but the Stags will get the ball back.
All right, take your time. That's a good shot.
Mike Driscoll for three in the corner. Somehow managed to hit it off of the backboard and away from the rim.
It happens sometimes.
That's an interesting angle to get on the ball.
Takes a lot of talent.
I'm going to need that geometry equation from Ashton.
Okay.
Good defense by Walton. Forced the high release. No good. Proctor dribbles in, passes it out.
Just not making
couldn't get it off the outlet.
Okay.
But Walton cleans it up.
I wonder what our three-point shooting percentage is today. It can be pretty good,
Not great. We had that 1-3 that, let's see, I think we had, I know we had one from Cade Sebastian here. Is that our only made three today?
I think it is.
Whew. Goodness.
Yeah.
Baseball is having their annual dugout dinner and auction in the Antler Room on March 1st from 6 to 10 p.m. DJ Joey Fitz will be on the ones and twos. The night will include live and silent auction items, including professional game tickets, autographed memorabilia, and vacation trips, just to name a few. Come out for a fun evening and support your baseball Stags.
They had a great year last year. I think all of us were hoping they'd win a little further because they had a lot of talent, a lot of seniors,
I thought that they were. That was the team that was going to be destined to break through. It didn't happen, unfortunately. But looking forward to another great season of DeMatha baseball. We'll have to see if we can get any of those games on. 2 or 3 years ago, I think it must have been 3 years ago now, Stephen McDonald was a senior at DeMatha at the time. And he and I did a baseball game audio only.
Okay.
So radio style, and that was a lot of fun. So if nothing else, it would be great to be able to do something like that. Video can be tricky out there at the baseball field. You got to protect the cameras from any foul balls. Weather is a factor you have to take into consideration. Where are you getting power from for the cameras? Will the battery actually last through the whole game?
Right.
So definitely a lot of logistical things that have proven difficult to overcome so far, but we're hoping that in the near future we'll start getting some of them. We're looking at some lacrosse and rugby games potentially this spring to maybe get. So
that'd be great.
Jordan Gills has been very
Good shot.
Very diligent working on that. Nice three there for Isaiah Carpenter.
It's down to single digits now.
Yep. Ryken definitely feeling like they are in this game. They've cut the lead by 4 since halftime. Driscoll on the cross-court pass, gives it off, gets it back for the open three, and that time
way to make up
for it.
Same spot. Way to make up for it.
He's had a few opportunities from 3 today, finally got one to fall, and sometimes all it takes is one, and you get your shot, get the feel for it. On the other end, no good. Caden Walton with the rebound off the miss by Braylon Harper.
So we got lucky on that one because it was poor communication on defense. And instead of, I don't know if they're supposed to switch or if he's supposed to fight through, but he was wide open on that one.
Proctor well defended, but he'll get it from the other side.
So now that we start talking about three-point percentage, they decide to hit a couple. We'll take it.
Go, a 15-point lead for the Stags now. That one high.
That's a bailout call. That was,
that's a tough one to get off on Michael Driscoll, and actually they called that on Caden Walton, so that's his 4th foul now.
I'm not really sure where the foul was.
It must have been off the ball. That's because he wasn't defending the shooter. Driscoll was on him there. Wasn't he?
No, he was defending him.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at it. There wasn't any body contact when he shot it. There was probably contact before, but not when he went up in the air. So I'm not sure what he called. I don't know if he said he thought he got his arm or something. I don't know.
Well, Solomon Davis will come back into the game for the Stags here. We're under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
These are big minutes for a lot of the roster because we'll need them for the playoffs.
Now, I got to ask you, are you allowed to do what Elijah Miller just did where he didn't go into the lane before the shot took place, but he did run around behind Solomon Davis before the ball was released on the free throw?
No.
I didn't think so. What would the call be, though? It's not a lane violation.
I think they would still call it under that.
About 5 seconds separating the shot and game clock here. Meeks holding the ball and slow it down here. Try and give Ryken as little time as possible for their last possession of the half. Meeks trying to dribble through the defense, had it stripped away.
Oh, okay.
Driscoll right there, but he'll be called for the foul on Elijah Miller.
Stop the fast break. Is this the not 1-and-1, but 2 free throws now?
Yeah, so that puts Ryken in the bonus, so they get 2 free throws here.
So that's the 2nd or 3rd time today he's tried to dribble through the defense.
Yep, Ryken's been ready for it today.
Yeah. I mean, everyone is the thing about Ace, everyone knows who Ace is. So they're looking, the whole team, the whole defense is looking to figure out where he is in the court when he has the ball. They're zoning in on him. And the last couple of games, he's been able to take that focus and then spread the ball to others so they can get an easy shot. And he's done it sometimes this game too, and that's what I'm proud of him for. I hope he keeps doing that, but trying to dribble through 3 people.
1 of 2 for Miller on that trip to the line. Stags with the ball, chance to score last. The foul is called. That'll be the 3rd team foul against Ryken. So they have a couple to give. They could, that could be their game plan here. They could try and foul again and really cut down on the Stags' time to operate heading into the quarter break. That pass to Abbas. No, they are going to call a foul, this time on the shot, though, and that's one where I think Ryken's coach would have preferred that he foul him before he took the shot.
Most definitely.
Now Abbas will get 2 free throws, and there'll be a couple ticks for Ryken at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, the defender just bailed him out. It was a tough angle of his body and the angle he was shooting at. The probability was going in wasn't high.
Yeah. First free throw, no good for Danny. Faded off to the left just a little.
See, these games can be dangerous sometimes because you mentally you start letting up.
Bass missed both of them, but no time. So they kind of bobbled the ball around in the lane, and that shot was taken too late anyway. So going into the final quarter of play, the Stags' 13-point halftime lead has come down by 1. It's 50-38. The DeMatha Parent Organization is hosting a casino night fundraiser on March 22nd from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the Antler Room. That event will feature dinner, entertainment, casino gaming, and an auction to benefit the school. All tickets include dinner, casino chips, and an open bar. Cocktails will be available for purchase. All attendees must be 21 and up. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Tickets are available on the DeMatha website. This coming Thursday, there will be a golf interest meeting at 2 p.m. right after school. If you're interested in learning more about DeMatha Golf, please join them at the meeting. All are welcome. I think you can see Mr. Garrett for some information on what room that meeting may be taking place in. So 1 quarter remaining here between the Stags and the Knights. Should get us out of here in plenty of time to get home and catch the Duke-Carolina game tonight.
Ooh, the old rivalry.
Yeah, game starts at 6:30. I'll be watching. My wife is a Duke alum, so big fan. She was there when Quinn Cook was there and they won the national title.
Wow, that had to be an exciting time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought about Duke. I like UNC. I like UNC. I only hope they win because I want everyone to get off of Hubert Davis back. You know?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I like Hubert Davis. They, my wife's grandmother's a big UNC fan, so they always call each other after the game. Who calls usually depends on who wins. Nice job there by Bowser. Got it off to Meeks, and then that is stripped away. And they're going to say that Meeks was the last to touch it, so Ryken ball. Chance here to cut it down to 10 or even single digits.
See, I understand what Ace was doing there, but I would have loved for him to push it up to Christian. Christian either make a move or pass it back, and then he has more space and time to do what he was trying to do.
The Stags are coming down to the stretch run of their regular season. Tuesday facing O'Connell right here at DeMatha on DM Stags TV. Later in the week, a road game at Good Counsel, who we saw them play last week. Tuesday the 11th, Gonzaga, a big rivalry game here on DM Stags TV. Looking forward to calling that game. And then Saturday the 15th, we'll close out our regular season with senior night against John Paul the Great. We'll have a couple of our senior DM Stags TV students calling that game as we do every year on senior night.
Good switch. Good switch.
Pass into the backcourt. Derek Robinson tracks it down.
Hands up.
Working against Christian Proctor. He's going to give this one off to the freshman. Bryce Williams against Cade Sebastian. Switch off with Caden Walton, who pokes it away. Nice job by the freshman poking it away to an open man, but Robinson couldn't convert.
Push it up.
And now Sebastian back in the game. Gives it to, try to give it to Bowser. Little in front.
See, again, that's the same thing. If Cade pushed it up to Ace, Ace would have had a better angle with which to get the ball to Cole.
Yep. Just working Cade back in a few minutes at a time. I imagine he'll play a few more minutes on Tuesday against O'Connell. We need to be as close to full strength as possible for that game. and then definitely need him for that Gonzaga game late in the season. Had a tough loss at Gonzaga.
I like this freshman.
A few games back.
This is a freshman.
Yeah, he's been playing very well for Ryken. He's going to be an interesting guy to watch over the next few years. If they can build the program around him, he's a good piece. Pushing the ball up court, Derek Robinson. Caden Walton tried to come in and block it, but Robinson with authority at the rim.
I like the courage that Caden had and even going for that.
That could have been a scary collision.
Yeah. Go straight.
Yep, Abbas had his man, but hesitated.
Now that's a good shot. Even though we missed it, that's a good shot.
Abbas able to clean it up on the rebound.
That was the first time this quarter we moved the ball to the other side of the court and get a wide open shot.
Picks up his dribble. Isaiah Carpenter's got a pass, and we get a timeout for Ryken. Good defense there, trapped him against the midcourt line. Full timeout coming for St. Mary's Ryken. So we'll take a moment to let you know that lacrosse is having their annual face-off dinner on 6 to 10 p.m. at the Broadneck Cantina in Arnold, Maryland. It's a huge fundraiser for the team, and they're hoping you can join in the fun. Your ticket includes an all-you-can-eat taco bar with house beer and wine. There'll be a silent auction with great items such as a private wine class for up to 20 people, Beast Band's training session, Annapolis Blues home opener tickets, a 50-50 raffle, and much more. See further details on DeMatha Lacrosse's social media pages. Sounds like a fun night.
It definitely does. I don't even drink, but I'm interested. You know?
I've been to a couple of their face-off events. Back when Scott Morrison was the head coach, they held it in Baltimore. And for 2 or 3 years, I'd actually drive a small bus out to Kent Island to pick up some of the parents, drive them to Baltimore. So I was the designated driver. I'd get them back to Kent Island afterwards and then head home. They made it worth my while. Got a few bucks on the side for it.
Just a little.
And it was fun. You know, I couldn't drink while I was there, but I got the food, and it was always fun.
Yeah, I've heard it's always a good time.
Yeah. One time they had a tennis doubles event going on. I forget which tournament it was, but I was watching Serena and Venus Williams playing, so that was fun. Yeah.
Wow. That had to be something.
That was fun. Yeah. It's a good time. So I haven't been to the the Broadneck Cantina. Haven't been out there, but
I've heard good things. A lot of people have brought it up during my time here. Yep.
So it's a 12-point game here, 5.5 minutes to play.
There you go.
Ryken has been hanging around this deficit. DeMatha just has not been able to grow it significantly. It did lead by 15 at one point.
And this is when they go on their run. I can feel it. This is when they go on their run.
Elijah Miller way short on that three, barely touched the front of the rim.
There you go.
And now the Stags off and running. Meeks drives in.
Good take, though. He just came off his.
And we get a foul. This one's going to be Cade Sebastian against Braylon Harper.
See the coach pat the ref on the back like, look, I'm sorry, my bad. You had it. You got it. I just wanted to make sure you had that foul. That's funny. It's been a very entertaining game.
So over the freshman's head, working against Cade. He gets the step, but then he hesitates and draws the foul. That was a little bit of a bait, I think, by Bryce Williams. A veteran move by the freshman. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the foul, but
he was just getting around him, not necessarily.
If you can get the official to call it, you just call that a good basketball play at that point.
Right. See, also, this is where you have your hands up, not down to the side, but out and up.
Yep.
Because when the hands are up, if you make contact with the player, the ref knows that your hands are already there. But if your hands are to the side and then they come out to touch the player, then technically that's a foul.
Yeah, Isaiah Carpenter overcompensates, go a little too strong on that one. And now the Stags, Cade Sebastian looking for a man, found Meeks, open for three, opted not to take it, drove it in. And now the Stags having trouble securing the rebound, and ultimately goes to Ryken.
What?
Ball's just going all over the place.
Good hustle.
Walton with the hustle, taking out a couple of assistant coaches. Actually, I think it was the head coach and one of the assistants.
The coach is looking at Caden like, dang, dude, you have to.
He's going for the ball.
He's still talking about it.
I think some of the parents are talking about it too. Oh.
This freshman looks really poised. He doesn't
Yeah,
look rushed.
I've been impressed with him so far today. Bryce Williams.
Good block, Cade. Somebody's
Fun to
open.
call
Get
his
back to
games
your
when they
man.
come to town for the next few years.
Good spin move. That was a hook.
Isaiah Carpenter
Okay. we'll take
couldn't
it.
get the finish, but he does get the foul off Caden Walton.
Yeah.
Oh, they called offensive.
Yeah, they got it. They called
Okay.
it. Yeah. And he got away with a hook anyway, so. So what people have to notice is that they're about to press. They're in their 1-2-2 full court. And then to come help out Ace and Cade, depending on how they run it.
Yep.
Because again, as a coach, you're thinking about this game, but you're also preparing for the next game, right? So we already know that St. Mary's is rebuilding, they're growing, they're improving the talent year over year. And so folks are expecting DeMatha to win, but it's how you win, right? It's not just the numbers. There you go. Ball movement, easy shot. We just got to concentrate and finish.
Good job
There you go,
by
Cole.
Bowser getting the turnover. He'll turn around, take the
Good.
three himself,
Okay,
and he
nice.
knocks it from the corner.
Nice.
And we'll get a timeout from the Stags bench. It's a full timeout.
I don't like that he's still rubbing that shoulder, though, from earlier today.
Yeah, it's making me a little nervous, but I mean, he felt fine on that shot. Knocked down the
It
three.
definitely looked good there.
Big one there for Cole. Registration is open for the 2025 Students Opposing Slavery International Summit. It will take place from June 22nd through June 28th. Participants will engage with survivors of modern slavery, abolitionists working to combat human trafficking, and work with each other to create anti-slavery campaigns to bring back to their communities. Application is open to students aged 15 to 24. Lodging and meals are provided. Travel scholarships are also available, as well as community service hours, which will be granted. International students should apply by March 18th. The deadline for U.S. students is April 2nd. For more information, please check out the DeMatha website.
That sounds like an awesome program.
Great cause, really, I'm sure a very interesting experience for the students to go through.
One thing that I'm excited about here at the school is now that COVID is behind us, starting with last year, we've been doing more outreach, we've been doing more traveling programs.
Yep.
Right, and that's the biggest thing is students getting out of the area and recognizing that your lived experience is not the only experience, right? And so you grow in wisdom, grow in your empathy and understanding that there are other things going on in this world that you can make a difference with, but you have to be aware of.
Yep. No, I mean that's the big thing is just learning how to empathize. It's something that you have to. It's something you can practice. You can improve. It's not something that everybody's necessarily just born innately with.
Right.
You have to be able to see other people's experiences and understand that your experiences aren't applicable to everybody universally.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ryken here.
Definitely traveled. Hands up.
Could have been called, was not. Isaiah Carpenter trying to find an opening, gets just enough space to take the shot, but no good, and Danny Abbas secures the rebound. And now Meeks off and running. He has some space, well defended. He had an outlet man for three. That one's a tough one. The space was there, the opening was there, but a good job by Ryken to close it down quickly. Elijah Miller had the block. And at that point, Meeks just has to recognize that he's got an open man for three.
Right. And it makes his job easier,
Abbas tried to get the angle, couldn't quite get there, but Caden Walton with the finish and the foul.
And one.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Stags.
And see, since, as we were saying earlier, since everyone kind of zones in on Ace, when you have other folks hitting shots, that makes his job easier. The lanes open up a little bit more because now they can't help. They can't just leave a man wide open. And no one should be leaving Cade open anyway. He's one of the best shooters on the team.
Yeah,
So
I know
when
he's
open, get him
he's
the ball.
missed some open shots today, but he's still working his way back in. Once
Yeah.
he gets that stroke back, he's going
Right.
to be dangerous. He's going to be a big scorer for us in the stretch run.
Exactly.
And as we head into the postseason, I think that's really, that's why I'm okay with him taking some of those shots, even though we maybe could have gotten a better one by working the ball into the middle of the court against the zone. I'm good with him working on getting that
The hustle
shot
code.
back and
Exactly.
getting his feet back underneath him. He's been off for a while.
Good take.
And he needs those reps. Nice job there by Meeks to finish.
Yeah.
And he'll go to the line. It's a 20-point lead now for the Stags.
They got to keep on. Go ahead.
Christian Proctor's going to come back in for Cole Bowser. About 3 minutes remaining here. Braylon Harrison checking in for Ryken, giving Braylon Harper a chance to rest. Or rather, no, they took Elijah Miller out.
So as we said a couple minutes ago that they were going to go on a run, this is the time they can go on a run. They've done it now. This shows the difference between good and great teams, right? So even though they're up 20, it's not about the score. It's about how you play, how you finish, right? And so you want to finish strong because whatever happens here in these next 3 minutes is a momentum that we carry into the next game. Oh, that was definitely a travel.
Yep.
There you go.
Good call there, Shaka.
And this also shows for any other students watching who are improving their game and working on their game. Caden hasn't scored a lot. That's not his role. That's not his task. But he's changed the game. When he's in the game, the energy, the effort changes amongst the whole team. And so his importance is just as important as Ace, even though he's not averaging 18, 20 points a game.
Proctor got to a basket in the corner, thought about taking the shot, and actually now that I think about it, Danny hit a three earlier in the game as well.
Okay.
So that was the,
Right,
I
right.
thought I might have been missing
Right in the
one.
corner.
I couldn't remember for sure. Danny knocked that one down. That time took the ball down, tried to drive in the lane, didn't work in his favor, and Ryken has the ball. And he'll stay with them on the sideline. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 2:28 to go in the game.
That was backcourt too, but it's okay. And so for St. Mary's, good move, freshman. So for St. Mary's, I know the coach is thinking, yes, I want to win this game, but it's about development. How are we handling these moments? What are we doing? And so far with his team, he has talent. When they were making their run and coming back, is when they were moving the ball around.
Yep.
But for the last, I would say, probably 5-6 minutes, they haven't really called plays, and if they have, they haven't really ran them. And they've been taking turns going one-on-one. And especially in high school basketball, unless you're just a legendary basketball player, that is not good for your team. And most teams lose when they have hero ball going on, because that's not what this is all about. The ball is energy. You always tell the students, we were talking about geometry, now we want to talk about physics. The ball is energy, right? Whoever has the ball has that energy, and when you pass that ball around, everyone gets that energy to do what they need to do next. But if only one person is pounding that energy, then all the potential energy and everyone else kind of fades.
I love it. Bassu, strong move to get into the lane, and then the turnaround. That was the best play I've seen Danny run all game. That was fantastic. I want to see some more of that.
Right,
Get up to him in the post.
He knew who was on him. He
Yeah,
knew what
be
to do.
confident, young
Exactly.
man.
Hands up.
Oh. That took an awkward step there. Looks to be okay, and then they're going to call the foul on Walton, so he is going to be out of the game.
Now, he was there. The only thing that I can imagine is that he was too close to the rim. From our angle, I can't really tell exactly how far away he was, but that's the only thing I can think of why the ref would make that call.
Yeah, just tough one there. Solomon Davis will check in for him.
And this is great for Solomon too. The more time, the more experience he can have, the more comfort he can be on the court, because they're going to need him in the playoffs.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
He has an imposing presence. You get him those minutes, that experience, get him to play confidently.
Yeah. Because he's still learning. He's still learning the game, and because of injuries, he hasn't been able to learn that on the floor. And he's a very smart kid. Like the more time he has, the more he'll pick it up.
1 of 2 for Braylon Harrison, rather. Meeks cuts it back, puts it up. Good defense. And now wide open look. Cade Sebastian came back to help. Good job to pull up there. It would have been a foul if he had actually tried to contest that. Derek Robinson with a nice finish, and we've got a timeout for St. Mary's Ryken with 1:35 to go, and the lead 19. The track and field Stags are traveling to New York on February 21st for the 10th annual Ocean Breeze Invitational. Be sure to follow our track and field Stags on social media for more information and to follow along with their season as they head toward Nationals in New York later this spring. You can also join us for the DeMatha Rowing Team's annual Purse Bingo fundraiser in the Antler Room on Saturday, March 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. For just $25, you can play 20 games for a chance to win a purse from Coach Michael Kors, Vera Bradley, and more. You must be at least 18 to attend. Information is on your screen.
Have you been to Purse Bingo?
I have not. I know some people who have gone to Purse Bingo and they've had fun.
Yeah.
When I was first living with the Palucci's several years ago, I remember just hanging out with Tommy and his dad, and all the women were going to Purse Bingo that night. So, and I had the kids just climbing all over me.
Pooch, what's up, Pooch? Shout out to Pooch.
He was down at Old Dominion last week for to catch a game with Mike Jones coaching down there at Old Dominion, and
wow.
So yeah, all the Palucci's went down there.
Oh man, Kyoko.
Yeah.
Kyoko
Apparently,
Jones.
one of the assistant coaches bears a passing resemblance to me. So Reese Palucci was calling him Forey for fake Cory. Get a foul here on the double team against Cole Bowser.
That's another DeMatha legend, the whole Palucci family, actually.
Yes, yes. That's the fourth personal foul on Isaiah Carpenter, so he's in danger of fouling out. Fourth team foul for the quarter against Ryken as the freshman popped his hands in there to steal it away, but couldn't finish on the other end. Proctor with the rebound.
Slow it down.
And now Ortiz gives it to Davis, who bobbles it, and it's out of bounds off of Solomon Davis.
So I know it's only 73 or 83 seconds left. I get that, 73. But for the guard, right, for Ortiz or Christian, because he plays guard a lot sometimes, especially outside of DeMatha. Controlling the tempo. So we're frantic, we're rolling around. You need somebody to slow it down and stop it and bring it out.
Proctor, try to drive it in. Didn't have an open man to dump it off to.
Oh. Good hustle back, Solomon. No need to foul there, Cole.
Yep, Derek Robinson, a good job to get the board. Goes up strong. No good, but he'll shoot two.
You can tell some of the guys are tired.
5 games in 7 days is, I was talking to Tom Ponton before the game, and he was saying he can't remember the last time that we played that many games in such a short stretch. And, if he says he can't remember a time, then it probably hasn't happened, because his recall on DeMatha basketball history is incredible.
Yeah, it's I was talking to one of the players and was telling me, hey man, you said you want to go to the pros. This is a pro schedule right now. You said 5 games in 7 days?
5 games in 7 days.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot on the body.
Even pros don't typically play that.
Right. They have 4 1 week, 3 another week.
So DeMatha looking like they're going to get their 18th win of the season, move to 6-4 in conference play. If we can get a couple more wins this season, which we figure we should be able to do, that'll give us 20. And Tom Ponton was telling me before the game, if we get 20 wins this season and next season, then in the last 70 years of DeMatha basketball, that'll be, I think he said, 65 times that we've gotten 20 wins in a season.
Wow.
And keep in mind that one of those years was the COVID year when we only played 12 games, and we were ranked somewhere in the top 5 nationally, I believe. I think we were 3rd. Proctor doesn't have to do it, but he'll go ahead and dunk it with nothing on the shot clock. I think Coach was staring at the bench like, don't get hyped. Right. Don't encourage it.
I don't think he wanted him to actually
No,
do that.
I don't think he did either. And I think that's why he was staring down the best of the bench. Don't get hyped over that one.
Yeah.
68-44 the final score here, though, as the Stags get the win, move to 18-5 on the season, 6-4 in conference play. Tough game for Ryken, but we are going to be back in action on Tuesday, the big game. Want to thank our video engineer, Nicholas Norris, class of 27, for all of tonight's staff, which is pretty much Norris and Mr. Gill. Definitely want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Shaka, for joining me in the booth.
Thank you for having me, man. This was fun.
No, it was great to have you. This was a lot of fun. So, looking ahead, DeMatha versus O'Connell on Tuesday the 4th. Freshman game at 4 p.m., JV at 5:45, and the varsity tip-off with myself and Neal Murphy on the call at 7:30. A week from then, a rivalry game against Gonzaga. Same tip-off times. I'll be there with Murph for that game as well. And then the final home game of the season will be on the 15th against John Paul the Great, and that'll be senior night. So we'll have a couple of our students call on that game. Should be fun.
That will definitely be fun.
Yep. So thank you so much for watching DM Stags TV. Join us on Tuesday for our next game. And for everybody here at DeMatha, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Cory Puffett, and we'll see you next time. God bless.
A DeMatha student is a man with pride in himself as a gentleman, a scholar, and a member of the community.
He not only represents himself and his family, but also his fellow classmates, his teachers, his coaches, the alumni, and the Trinitarian Order.
As our school grows and prospers, he will be entrusted with caring for the tradition of excellence that he has inherited.
He shall be a leader, whose commitment and discipline will show him to be a man of honor and integrity.
A DeMatha student sets goals for himself as a scholar, a teammate, a classmate, and a man.
To attain these goals, he bases his life on the principles of hard work, sacrifice, determination, service, and selflessness.
These ideals will help him achieve a level of excellence that will not be matched and that will earn him respect as an individual.
A DeMatha student is a man of action and a man of prayer, who accepts readily the challenges of the world.
He takes responsibility for himself and others.
He always has his priorities in the proper order.
He respects those who have come before him, is devoted to those who are with him now, and is conscious of those who will follow him in the future.
He is courageous in the face of adversity.
He is humble before the presence of God.
He is steadfast in his service to others.
He's a faith-filled gentleman and a scholar.